Yeah, just checking if it's in sync, because like I'm recording this with the QuickTime app on my Mac, but it happened again. I was missing it. This is pretty boring. It's a pretty boring live stream, I must admit. And to think people come on here to get away from being bored, am I right? Oh my god, less than 1 minute. It's currently 4:29 here in South Australia as I'm recording this. Oh, this is exciting. Oh. Come on. I'm watching you, Fujitsu. There. Okay. Now that crummy old thing is going to be loading in no time. Oh, there was a second disc. Good thing I caught that. Yeah, see now it's oh yeah, that's the reflection of my new laptop and the screen there. Ash H. Who even are you? Ash H. But yeah, okay, I'll fan you. I'm guessing that stays within this website. Oh, so you're the one person who's watching this. Oh, yeah, that makes sense now. Sorry, Ash. What am I apologizing for? Okay, I'm just logging in here. I really should have done this before I went live, but didn't have a lot of time because like it was like 3:50 something when I came home from cycling. That's literally only half an hour before the live stream was meant to begin. So, Ash, what kind of stuff are you into? So I just fanned you. Now what do I do? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Me. Me. Okay, I'll stop that. But, you know, my point still remains. Kannst du mich hören? Kannst du? Okay, I'll stop that. I'm just getting that file now. Okay, I'll just put on some music while you're waiting. What kind of music are you into, Ash? Oh, good.
Shiver my timbers, shiver my soul.
Okay, I'll stop this.
There are men whose hearts are as black as coal. Yo-ho-he-ho.
And they sailed their ship across the ocean blue. A bloodthirsty
Crap. Am I gonna have to pay royalties for this?
It's as dark a tale as was ever told of the lust for treasure and the love of gold. Shiver my timbers, shiver my sides, yo-ho-he-ho. There are hungers as strong as the wind and tides, yo-ho-he-ho.
And those buccaneers drowned their sins in rum.
The devil himself would have to call them scum.
Every man on board would have killed his mate for a bag of guineas or a piece of bait. A piece of bait.
A piece of it.
Yeah, fun fact, I used to think they were saying piece of me at that part. Oh, you want a piece of me? Like, you want a piece of me? Oh yeah, you want a piece of me? But no, they're actually saying a piece of 8. Which makes sense in the context of the song, you know, Treasure Island, pirates and all that stuff. It's not there with and basically I'm just trying to retrieve this file that's relevant to what I'll be discussing later on when I've got a bigger audience. Or when the clock strikes 5, either way. Either way, that's when I'm gonna get into the real discussion.
There are secrets that secret old Davy Jones. Yo-ho-he-ho.
When the mainsail set and the anchors weigh, there's no turning back from any course that's laid.
And when free and ready sail the sea, you can bet your boots there'll be treachery.
Shiver my timbers, shiver my sails. Dead men tell no tales.
Okay, so Winky, what are you into? It says there's still only one viewer for some reason. What's going on? Why does it say there's only one viewer when there's clearly, okay, there's Ash, there's Winky, and there's you. No, wait, isn't that the name of the website? I don't get it either, people. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Okay, you know, I'm just gonna go to Omegle to test if anyone can hear me. Hi. Would you like to what? Oh, it's this annoying Tina girl again. Seriously? There's this annoying person that's been spamming Omegle lately. She's asking for likes on Twitter. Ew, can you rate me 1 out of 10? Oh, hi, Morgan. What's up? Can you hear me? No, seriously, I need to know if you can hear me because I'm actually going to be discussing stuff. See now, can you hear me? You can hear me, right? Right? Hello? Yeah. What's up, Doc? Okay, that was terrible, but you get my point, right? Kannst du mich hören? Okay, so, you can hear me, right? Right. Right. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna put on some music. Dun 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 dun. 9.999. Yeah, I don't get this mathology either. Hello. Look, I want to. Look, can you hear me? Ash, Winky, Morgan, you can hear me, right? Right. Oh, look at that. I'm number 1 on YouTube. I'm number 1 on... Well, I'm number 1 on the YouTube tag on you now. Wasn't expecting that. Okay, I'm currently open on Skype. Some Keem's cake. I'm guessing this is... I forget the guy's name. Mr. Conman. Yo, I'm just gonna give him a call right now. Don't worry. I'm gonna let him know he's on the live stream, and if he doesn't want to be streamed, then I'll just hang up, and we'll leave it at that. Okay, that file is now loaded, so I've got it at the ready. In case sorry about that. Okay, so another new person is watching. Can any of you actually hear me right now? Or am I just... Okay, so that's established. That KK Keemstar doesn't want to... Wait. Doesn't want to be on... It's okay, I don't blame him. Yeah, it'd be pretty scary if I were there, but, like, if I wanted to be, I'd give my full consent, Okay, so... Is anyone here familiar with the commentaries that... is anyone here familiar with my YouTube channel, ARC the Clarinet Master? You can hear me, right? Right? I don't get it either. Hard drive stuff from the hard drive. Okay, so here's a preview of my upcoming commentary on that Cracked video.
I'm just saying it's nice to see a movie where "We Are Not Objects" is written in big, off, bold letters on a wall. It's refreshing.
And that pregnant woman kicked ass. You don't see that all the time, pregnant woman kicking ass.
You mean a woman actually does something and isn't just a piece of eye candy or a fragile little damsel that needs rescuing? Wow, that's such a brilliant idea. I'm surprised no one's already done that. Oh, except for Kim Possible, Maggie Pesky, CJ the DJ, Dot, Mona the Vampire, Isabella and the Fireside Girls, Elise, Mulan, Belle, Ariel, Rapunzel, Anna, Elsa, Lisa Simpson, Taranga Leela, The Crystal Gems, Ripley, Lara Croft, Samus, Merida, Riley Anderson, Joy and Sadness, Eliza Thornberry, Abigail from Once Upon a Forest, and heck, just look at my avatar. And what's this? It appears that our top scientists at the Museum of Paleontology have recently discovered a new specimen, which they have named Microdria. They believe Mike Rodriguez was a tomboy, specializing in a stereotypical boyish lifestyle and mainly partaking in boyish activities like reading comics, fishing, inventing, jazz music, and being just downright unladylike, similar to the modern day Riley Anderson. You can find out more about her in our award-winning documentary, Walking with Tunosaurs. Hello? Did any of you get that? Anyone? The sound is going through, right? Why did I even bother? Okay. Since this is just going to be watched... Okay, since this is being recorded and it's just going to be watched later on YouTube anyway, I think I might as well get into the discussion now. You see, I recently got into making YouTube commentaries for all of you who are presumably unfamiliar with this. It's basically... There's this whole group of people on YouTube who basically debunk other YouTubers' videos. And basically, I made a commentary on this guy called Lindy Beige, and the less you know about that, the better. But, you know, I'm trying to improve from that controversial video that I made. I'm planning to... I actually started making a commentary on SJWs. What you were presumably listening to earlier is actually a short snippet of the commentary that I'm doing. Like, I've already recorded all the lines, and I basically just edited together a little preview of it. It's on this video from cracked.com, and basically they're like if BuzzFeed and College Humor had a baby and then it just started spouting a bunch of SJW crap. Yeah, they made a video called Stupid Movies That Are Surprisingly Progressive. Like, it came out in November of 2015, but I didn't know about the video until much later. And I decided to do a commentary on it because a lot of it's just gushing about female characters and in media and making such a big deal out of the fact that there's female characters who do something, even though they have been doing it for quite a while now. So it should just be normal now. Like, do they really not get that? So, I've actually got the script in my stash, if you'd like to have a read of it. Yeah, there's the link, if you'd like to have a look and critique it for me. Because I want this to be as good as it possibly can before it goes out. So, like, do you have any questions about... Seriously? Nothing? Nothing in this little chat session? Well, this sucks. It's almost 4:50. So, what time is it in the US? Okay, let's see. Oh, look at that. It's still Sunday in some places. Okay, so it's 1:19 a.m. in Philadelphia. Damn. Okay, so because there's not much discussion here in the chat. No, seriously, can anyone... Can anyone actually hear what I'm saying right now? Hello? I'm starting to get a bit paranoid. Okay, I'm just going to assume that you guys can hear me. And I'm just going to respond to that questions women have for men video. And a lot of it's just going to be retreading the stuff I wrote on the forum site about... But, you know, you just bear with me and all that stuff.
How does it feel to be the same sex as Donald Trump?
I'm indifferent about it. Like, you realize that men make up 50% of the population, right? Oh, don't worry, I'm not addressing you viewers. I'm responding to that questions for men video. Yeah, like you heard the question, like, how does it feel to be the same sex as Donald Trump? Like, that's just a freaking cringy question. Like, women say and do horrible stuff as well, you know. So, lady, how does it feel to be the same sex as Magda Goebbels? And for those of you who don't know, she was the wife of Joseph Goebbels, the propaganda minister of Nazi Germany. And she actually murdered her own children because, like, this was around the time that the war was being lost by the Germans because of the Russian invaders. Like, she basically gave them all cyanide so they wouldn't have to endure a world without Nazism. So, yeah, ladies, how does it feel to be the same sex as that evil person? Like, it doesn't mean anything because not all women are like that. And likewise, not all men are like Donald Trump. Also, you realize that Trump Actually, you know, I'm not even going to go there.
Why do you hate rom-coms? Or do you just feel like you need to hate them?
Well, I haven't really seen many rom-coms, to be honest. Like, they're not really my sort of thing. But, like, I saw The Wedding Ringer. That was alright, I guess. I mean, you know, Josh Gad is pretty funny. And there is one scene with There is one scene in the movie where his genitalia gets bitten by a dog, I think, and yeah, that scene was pretty cringy, but for me, it's just like the toenail scene from House Fancy. You know, it happens and it's cringy, but then it's over before you know it. And I do like the film's clever twist on the liar revealed cliche. I thought that was handled pretty well. And I also watched a little bit of Bridesmaids, which I never really got into, and like, I'm not trying to, I don't feel like I need to hate rom-coms. I'm just not really into them. I'm indifferent to rom-coms.
To hate them.
Everybody likes The Notebook.
No, they don't. Not every woman is you.
Everybody likes Beyonce. It's just a fact.
Yeah, some girls might be into classical music, hard rock, country music. Not every girl likes the same stuff. Yeah, I can play that game too. Everyone likes Inside Out. Everyone likes Mozart. It's just a fact. And I'm always right, and you're always wrong. That was a joke, guys. Stealing a bit from The Amazing Atheist here. That was a joke. All you SJWs don't really seem to get that.
Why do you make women sit around and talk about men in movies?
Yeah, you realize there are films that pass the Bechdel test, right? Inside Out, Dot and the Kangaroo. You know, I'm just going to Google films that... Actually, I'd rather not, because I have a lot of female viewers who probably don't want to be reminded of this stuff. But here's an idea. If you want a film that passed the Bechdel test, why don't you make it yourself? Moving on.
And y'all easily just sit around and talk about boobs for hours.
Who does that?
Why do you automatically assume that you won't like TV or movies that star a female lead?
Why?
I don't. Inside Out is my favorite movie, and I used to watch The Buzz on Maggie when I was a kid. That was my all-time favorite show growing up. I still have that theme to memorize. I'm strange, and I like it. That's just the way I am. Anyway, and I mean, this question isn't totally unwarranted, because I see guys making fun of other guys for liking My Little Pony. But, like, you know, when they say, oh, it's a show for little girls, they're not saying the show's bad because it's aimed at a female audience. They're saying it's for young children. Moving on.
Are you surprised when women are funny?
I'm not. Amy Poehler, Kristen Bell, who was that other one that I mentioned? Yeah, there's a lot of women that are funny. My mum is probably the funniest person I know. Oh, hi, Patrick. Oh, wait, I'm Patrick. I'm sorry.
I'm probably funnier than you.
No, you're not. Look, you're... Look, this globe is funnier than you, lady. Like, this globe is funny. Look at that, it's spinning. That is so funny. Not like you and your cringy questions for men. Just responding to this Patrick guy. Okay, so basically, Patrick, I don't really have much to talk about here, so I'm just responding to the 36 Questions for Men video that came out just last January in 2016. So, by the way, can you hear me? Can you hear what I'm saying? Yeah, this isn't a hotel room. This is actually my bedroom. I'm at my own house. Okay, thanks. Yeah, so basically I don't really have much to talk about here, so I'm just doing a response video to the 36 questions for men video that BuzzFeed put out last January, and got a lit bedroom that fan when you got a lit bedroom that fan when you walk in the door lit. The fan. Something about the fan. Okay, so, and also, if you want to see the full live stream when it's done, you know, it will be uploaded on my YouTube page, NNewt84. Oh, the round thing with the vent. Oh, that thing. Right. Oh, yeah, there's an air conditioner and heater built into one. Currently using the aircon in it because, you know, it's summer here in Australia and it gets pretty hot. Like, just last Christmas was like, Adelaide's the city I live in was the hottest place in the world on that day. I'm dead serious. Yeah. And it was probably difficult for a lot of you Americans and Europeans to imagine a hot Christmas. Unless we're talking girls in sexy Santa outfits, but that's not what we're talking about. I'll just sum it up here. I'm over here dealing with minus degree weather. Okay. Damn, that sounds pretty bad. But yeah, but it's like you dress for the heat, you dress for the cold. It's like it sucks, really. Shit. I feel kind of bad for you, Patrick. Can't open the door, it's so much. Well, I don't know what to suggest. Do you have a shovel lying around anywhere? Okay, I'm just gonna answer another question from the video.
Why do you think that we're obsessed with you when we hook up?
I don't. Besides, I wouldn't want to hook up with half the ladies in that video. Oh yeah, back to Patrick. I get out of the house through my back window. Oh, okay. Well, well, yeah, I just wish you the best of luck, Patrick. What's even with this timer thing at the bottom? I really don't get that.
9 times out of 10, I just want you to leave too. I'm busy. I got shit to do.
No comment.
Why can't I sleep with as many people as I want to without being judged?
Just don't tell people that you're sleeping with anyone, and maybe, just maybe, you won't get judged. It's that simple.
When men do it, they're congratulated.
Look, I agree that virgin shaming sucks, but Again, that's why you don't tell people about this stuff. It's personal information. Shouldn't have to explain that.
Why do you consider a woman a tease if she doesn't sleep with you after 3 dates, but a slut if she sleeps with you on the first date?
And
those are clearly two different guys, you dumbass. Oh, wait, Patrick, can you hear the audio from the BuzzFeed vid? Oh, cool, thank you. Thanks for becoming a fan. So, Patrick, can you actually hear the audio from the BuzzFeed video? Yeah. There's got to be a way to fix this. I'm trying to work on the sound problem. I'm not sure if there's a way to balance the audio with this. Oh yeah, thanks. Once again, thanks Patrick for becoming a fan. The devil himself would have to call them scum. Yeah. Sorry, we're just having some technical issues here. Okay, so... I'm just gonna... play a CinemaSins video just to test the volume here.
Video game, basically, movie.
But we still love our girl.
You are that girl!
Okay, can you hear it now? So it's good now? That was just a... Okay. Anyway, let's get on with the next question.
The first date.
In what world does no mean yes?
Saudi Arabia.
No means no.
What?
Most men in the Western world get that. Look, if a guy's trying to rape you, just call the police. They'll fucking believe you. What is with feminists these days? Constantly hammering stuff that we already know. It's like most of us already... Moving on.
No.
Why do you say that women are too emotional to be leaders?
I don't. Sorry for the voice crack there. I want there to be a female president, but I want there to be a good female president. A good female president. But then again, you ladies still seem to think that women are a monolith. Everyone likes Beyonce. Everyone likes The Notebook. Am I right? Exactly. I'm with Patrick on this one.
Then justify catcalling by saying men just can't control themselves.
The only men who catcall are the ones who are like low-class feral people. Of course they're gonna fucking catcall at you because they're uneducated hicks. Oh, by the way, BuzzFeed also did a video responding to catcallers in this similar kind of format, but at least it was clear that they weren't addressing all men, so it was kind of justified a bit. This one, on the other hand, specifically says questions for men. It's cringy, I know.
Why do you think that just because you're nice to me, I owe you my body?
I don't. I don't think that at all. Well, yeah, Patrick, I do think BuzzFeed needs to die, but feminists play Grand Theft Auto 5. I wonder if that's a thing yet. Huh. Thanks for that, Patrick. I think I might check it out later. Yeah, okay, I might as well fan you then. Wait, hang on. Oh, cool, you're offering to be a guest. I am. I'm calling you Pinhead. And I can be Dirty Dan. Or Slimy Sam, I guess. Oh, this is exciting. Yeah, hold on, Patrick. It's just connecting now. What? It didn't. Okay, hang on. Hold on. I'll try again. In the meantime, I'll just mood on. Okay, so about this. Oh, hi.
Hi.
Okay, so. So, do you think? So, was there anything you wanted to add to the discussion?
Feminist needs to die, and so does BuzzFeed.
Yeah, exactly. They've pretty much become like the arse cancer of the internet. So,
They destroyed the internet, like, made it horrible. Once again.
So, did you think maybe we could respond to this video together?
Yeah.
Okay, like from the start? Okay. First question.
To be the same.
Oh, wait, hang on.
How does it feel to be the same sex as Donald Trump?
I didn't hear it. It was all laggy.
Hang on, I'll play it again.
How does it feel to be the same sex as Donald Trump?
How does it feel to be the same sex as Donald Trump?
It feels the same. What?
Yeah, exactly. It's like...
If it, like, I mean, if you're a male, it doesn't matter if Donald Trump's a male and so are you. I mean, it feels normal.
Yeah.
Just like if you're a girl, it feels normal.
Yeah, and... Like, we could easily ask them, how does it feel to be the same sex as Magda Goebbels? Hello?
Or freaking Vladimir Putin or Hitler.
Yeah, exactly.
Doesn't make any sense. All feminists are stupid these days.
Okay, next question. Wait for
Why
it.
do you hate rom-coms? Or do you just feel like you need to hate them?
Basically, they're asking why do you hate rom-coms, or do you just feel like you need to hate them?
Yeah, exactly. You need to hate them.
You feel like you...
I mean, you don't need to hate them.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I thought The Wedding Ringer was pretty good.
I don't get how somebody would think that you actually need to hate them.
Yeah, and some guys actually like rom-coms. And it's like, do women feel like they need to hate action movies?
Yeah, they don't at all.
I mean, some girls...
It's a type of genre.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like romance and a bunch of other genres. I mean, wouldn't they hate all that too?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I'm just gonna read off the rest of them. Everybody likes The Notebook. Everybody likes Beyonce. It's just a fact. That's one of their questions, quote unquote.
That literally makes no sense.
Yeah, exactly. No, I mean, never mind. There's a lot of girls who aren't into Beyonce. Or there are girls who aren't.
Yeah, it doesn't make no sense at all.
It's like, have these feminists like never heard of tomboys?
Exactly. There's a ton of tomboys. I mean, it doesn't really mean that they're gay, but like.
True. Hang on, I'm just gonna. Never mind. Okay, next question. Why do you make women sit around and talk about men in movies? That's another question they had. Oh, that's it? Yeah, I guess Patrick was just so sick of it that he just decided to leave. Or as Lindy Beige would say, leave. Does anyone genuinely believe? Yeah. Oh, at least he didn't say you want to quash academic freedom. Quash, believe. Yeah, someone has to make a remix of those. Okay, so I'm just gonna read off the rest of them since apparently you can't really hear the questions. Guess that means I can turn down the volume on my bass amp now. Okay, so why do you say that women are too emotional to be... I think we... Nice. Oh, yeah, here's the way we're up to. Why would you ever send an unsolicited dick pic? I don't. I've never sent them in my life, and... Likewise, I'd be grossed out if a girl sent me a picture of her meat flaps. Yeah, I learned that term from Shoe on Head. Meat flaps. So, Patrick, I strongly recommend that you check out Shoe on Head's channel. She's very anti-feminist. She constantly makes videos making fun of feminists. You'll probably love her stuff. And Dirty Hippie Panda. I discovered this website through Dirty Hippie Panda. Oh, but anyway, back to the question. Sorry about that. So, like, only really feral guys send dick pics. It's just a fact. So, if a guy sends you a dick pic, just ignore him. It's that simple. Okay. Why do you feel like it's okay to harass women or make offensive comments about women, but when somebody does it to your sister, it's not okay? Well, here's the answer. I don't harass women. I actually tried to wolf whistle at a hot girl once, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it because I just like and respect women too much to be able to do that. And as for people doing it to my sister, well, as humans, we just tend to empathize with people that are closer to us. Again, it's just part of human nature, really. Okay, now for question 15. How does it feel to interrupt me when I'm in the middle of making a point during a meeting? Dude, guys interrupt each other as well. Stop trying to make everything a gendered issue. Like... Number 16. Why do you have to sit with your legs so wide open? Because it's more comfortable that way. It's not about trying to take up space or prove how masculine you are or any bullcrap. Like, seriously, why are you complaining about manspreading now? And why does that term even exist? Like, I know this is probably going to make you hate men even more because I'm basically admitting that misogyny is real, but go to Saudi Arabia and protest for women's rights there. They actually splash acid on their women. And yes, I know I'm admitting that misogyny is real, and yes, it's probably going to make you hate men even more. Because, oh look, they actually treat their women like this. Ooh, patriarchy is real, but it's real in those fucking countries, so focus on those fucking countries, you dumb fuck. The only gender discrimination that's currently affecting society in the Western world is caused by you, feminists. Do something. Just check your privilege and do something about it. Okay, so what's this? I get that you have balls, but I don't stand around with my arms wide open to make room for my boobs. Let me put it this way. Okay. Okay, look. You see how I'm holding these two pencils together? Okay, so now I got this little one. I can't like fit it in there because the pencils are too squeezed tightly together. But so what do? Spread them apart and voila! Now contrast it with the other. Now contrast it with, say, if the pencils are already far apart. You don't have to spread them to make room for that little pencil. Like, it just fits in there naturally. So the whole... Again, it's like the legs are tightly together. The arms are spread out. The comparison makes no fucking sense. Okay, so why are... Question number 17. Why are women perceived as the weaker sex? Because they physically are weaker. Because guys have this thing called testosterone that enhances our muscle growth and all that stuff. And 17 continued. Even though we literally birth you like watermelons through like this. Cool, that means you're more durable. I mean, women are naturally built to give birth. Oh, and before any of you call me a misogynist, I actually made a video that got me labeled as that caused a lot of people to label me as an SJW. Okay, number 18. Why is it so bad to show your emotions? It means you're human. Well... There's nothing wrong with showing emotions. I got really sad when my cat passed away back in 2009. So... there's that to think about. Like, I went through most of the stages of grief. So yeah. And when guys do show emotion, you like get out the fucking male tears mugs and it's like, make up your damn mind, feminists. Oh, and that's another thing I want to bring up. Why are feminists so against the idea of male shelters? I thought they wanted men to come out about being weak so they could sip on their male tears. It's like, oh, but then again, feminists are known for their hypocrisy. Also, I cried. I actually shed tears at the ending of Dot and the Kangaroo So there's that to think about. Question 19. Why are you always trying to prove your masculinity to me? I'm not. I just prefer to be myself. You know, just doing your own thing, being comfortable as yourself. I don't get why that's so hard. Number 20. Why the fuck isn't it ladylike to cuss? Because it's rude and trashy. Like, guys get in trouble for swearing as well. You know, when I was a little boy, I actually said, fucking hell. And, you know, I got in serious trouble from my mum. I'm dead serious. And you know that South Park movie where all the mothers in South Park try to get a movie banned because there was so much swearing and it led to a war? Yeah, that was women getting offended over swearing because their sons were copying the swearing from the film. Their little boys were being all potty-mouthed and stuff. Like, this isn't a gendered issue. Hell, if anything, I'd say women get more offended because they spend more time with their kids than men do, and they don't like hearing their children swearing. Because children shouldn't be fucking swearing. Potty mouth princess. Oh, God. Don't even remind me of that cringy video. It's even worse than this one I'm responding to. So, when did words get gendered, you might ask? Well, there are actually some languages where men and women actually use different words for the same thing. I'm dead serious. Like, some examples would include, like, in Polish, for instance, there's this, the first person past conjugation actually differs depending on whether the speaker's a man or a woman. Like, take, for example, the word lubić, which means to like. Basically, if you want to say, I liked, you know, as in I used to like something in the past, you say lubiłem if you're a man, or lubiłam if you're a woman. You say lubiłam if you're a woman. You notice how there's different words for if you're a man or a woman. Okay, I've gone about on this long enough. Like, do I think English should use these gender rules? Absolutely not. Like I said, I made that video that got me labeled an SJW, and then I made a follow-up where I said, you know, English shouldn't apply these gender rules. Like, I was only talking about an English word in that video. So Ski Hound saying, oh, I guess you have to abolish tons of other languages that always use them. It's like, oh, but it's like that argument doesn't work because I was only referring to an English word. So those tons of other languages aren't relevant. Okay, moving on. Question 21. Why is it your first instinct to doubt women who have been sexually violated or raped? Because there are some women, not all women, just some, who make their own gender look bad by falsely accusing men of rape. Just how do girls live with this? The fact that they're being demonized because of a few bad apples. Also, this is just a nitpick, but sexually violated and rape are the same thing. You might as well have said hydrogen monoxide or water, or Batman in the Dark Knight. Question 22. Why do you assume a woman's angry because she's on her period? Because women just get irritable when they're on their periods? Like, I don't even think about this on a daily basis. Like, I never assume that women are on their periods because they don't talk about this stuff in front of guys. It's just common knowledge. Like, what planet did you guys grow up on? Why do you... Okay, question 23. Why do you think women that wear makeup are false advertising? Because you're covering up less perfected parts of your face? Do I even need to explain that? Like, personally, I prefer women who don't wear makeup, so I was honestly expecting you to ask, why do you expect women to wear makeup all the time? And I would have refuted that by saying, I don't. I like women not wearing makeup. And then she asks, we could say this... Oh, yeah. And then she states, we could say the same thing about your dick size. Guys can't help how big their dicks get. I mean, sure, plastic surgery is a thing, but that stuff is really fucking expensive. Why is it even called plastic surgery anyway? Like, does it involve polymers? Like, you might as well compare, like, a skyscraper blocking someone's view to a tree blocking their view. You can't help how big a tree grows, but buildings are always planned well in advance so that we know exactly how big they get. Number 24. Why isn't it weird that there's a bunch of old white men sitting in a room making legislation about what I can and can't do with my body? You realize that most voters are women, right? So these guys were voted into office by women. Kobietami! Yeah, take that, ski hound. So much for so much for knowing nothing about language. And like, but anyway, back to the video. If you guys are so concerned about these old white guys making legislation, why don't you run for office and make legislation about what women do with their bodies? I mean, hell, some women probably don't even care because they abstain until marriage. Number 25. Do you have a coochie? Okay, that's just a silly question. An intentionally silly one, so let's move on. Number 26. Why are straight guys so obsessed with lesbians? You realize that lesbian porn is the #1 porn searched by women, right? Now, I don't buy into that whole nonsense about, like, there's no such thing as a straight woman, but usually straight women turn to erotic novels to get off. I'm just gonna copy a source for that lesbian thing. Actually, that's not gonna work. Oh wait, yes it is. Yeah, there's a source for the porn thing. Number 27. How does it feel to get kicked in the balls? Pretty fucking painful. It's like if your internal organs hang outside your body and then someone kicks you in them and then the pain runs through your body. It's like... Oh man, I've been facepalming a lot. But that was actually a decent question though. I guess the facepalm was sort of a force of habit, maybe. Number 28. Do you ever get tired of trying to be manly all the time? No. It's the same with the proving the masculinity thing. I just want to be myself. Why is that so difficult for you to understand? Oh, because you're just a bunch of lizard people. I forgot. Number 29. Why are you so afraid of gender equality? I'm not. You're the one... That whole video of yours, it's just hating on men. Just because they're the same sex as someone you don't like. Number 30. Why do I deserve to be paid less than you? You don't. It's actually illegal to pay a woman less than a man. If a woman finds out she's getting paid less than her male co-workers, she can take her boss to court about it. The reason women get paid less on average is not because they're women, it's because they just have different interests. They choose different careers. Choose. Number 31. In what world does 77 cents equal $1? Australia. Number 32. In what world does 68 cents equal $1? Okay, apparently this is some sort of race issue. Yeah, it was the black girl who asked the 68-cent question. The one who doesn't want to get judged for having sex with lots of guys. Like, if you're raised differently, you're gonna have different interests. I don't get why people don't get that. How is that fair? Well, how is it fair to get turned down for a job just for having a dick? It also harms women in the long run, but let's just stick to the topic at hand. Number 33. Why are you intimidated by a woman who makes more money than you? That's awesome! More money! No, it's not awesome. You're only proving your hypocrisy from the other question about wanting gender equality. Also, you want to talk about being awesome when you were doing the with arm thing earlier. Like, what the hell even was that? Yeah, it was the Asian girl who's asking this. He's saying, it's awesome, more money. So, yeah, we're just jealous that people make more money than us. It's that simple. Number 34. Why are opinionated women seen as bitches? They're not. Bitchy women are seen as bitches. Opinionated women are seen as smart. When opinionated men are seen as bosses. Opinionated men get fired just for making innocuous remarks. And gee, I wonder who's responsible for that. Oh, hi, Neutron Jack. So, right now I'm just like responding to that BuzzFeed video. Saves me having to make a commentary video on it, because I'm doing the commentary in my live stream. Oh, hi, 3 Ebra B. I'm just making a response video to this almost year-old BuzzFeed video about questions for men. I'm almost finished, but don't worry, you can watch a recording of this live stream once it's up on YouTube under the name NNewt84. Don't worry, I'll be doing another one later today. But for now, let's just stick to the questions. Number 35. Why aren't you speaking up when you hear your male friends behind closed doors make jokes that are offensive to women? Because we have this thing called freedom of speech. Oh, thank you, Jack, for becoming a fan. I'm gonna fan you back. And I'm just inviting you as a guest. You can accept it if you want to. Okay, so like, jokes cannot harm you. I mean, if the joke isn't funny, if there's something that's not inherently, if the joke like falls flat because it's lame or something, or it just doesn't make sense, you know, that's the kind of stuff you're meant to criticize. Not if it's offensive. Unless you're Lindy Beige, in which case you can call stuff offensive if you want, as long as you say it's an insult instead of offensive. Oh, okay. Well, let's just hope your boss doesn't know about this. Also, I find it funny how the person who asked this question about speaking up when your male friends make offensive jokes about women, like, I find it funny how this is the same person who said, I'm probably funnier than you. Like, I was actually talking to someone on Omegle once, this like chatting website. Don't worry, it was the text option. I only do the text option when I'm on Omegle, and I shouldn't even have to explain why. But like, I was chatting to someone on Omegle about this, and she said that this video turned the dumb blonde stereotype on its head. But personally, I think it just perpetuated the stereotype because that lady thinks she's funny, and yet she doesn't like it when you make jokes. What? And now let's answer this very last question. Why are you so afraid of recognizing your own privilege? It doesn't mean you're a bad person. Just recognize it and do something about it. So, you want us to be all like, who as mighty men, we have all the privilege, we're so mighty and privileged. Oh, them women, they could just get back in the kitchen and make me a sandwich. It's like, you want us to be male chauvinists, huh? Kind of hypocritical seeing how you label anyone you don't like as a misogynist. So wouldn't that mean they've already checked their own privilege and they think men are superior to women? Like, where the hell is the logic? I thought you wanted equality. It's okay, this isn't addressed at you, Jack. It's addressed at these BuzzFeed feminists. Yeah, I actually posted a response on the forum site recently. And that didn't go so well because that site is overrun by SJWs who keep calling me a misogynist. Especially this one user who I'm not even going to name. Oh, and if you're watching this on YouTube when it's up, please do not go and harass that girl. No one deserves to be harassed. I'm just gonna invite another guest. Ooh, a Turk. Let's hope she's not a young Turk. Yeah, unfortunately she doesn't want to be a guest on here. Huh. So yeah, that BuzzFeed video is cancer. But I guess while I'm at it, I could do a response to the white men's questions for SJWs vid. Okay, so Jack. I want you to ask me, Jack, if you can hear this just fine.
Why do you...
Oh, wait. I want you to... I mean, like, no, whatever. Just... Can you hear this video just fine?
Why do you claim to speak for LGBT people, women, and ethnic minorities, but when LGBT people, women, and ethnic minorities disagree with you, you harass them?
Did you get that? Could you hear that? Yeah. Okay, so... Whatever, let's just, Okay, I'm just gonna repeat the questions back to you since apparently the audio from the computer isn't going through. It's a shame, really.
Why do you claim to speak for LGBT people, women, and ethnic minorities, but when LGBT people, women, and ethnic minorities disagree with you, you harass them?
TJ's TJ's face says it all there. For those of you watching on YouTube. So, Jack, can you hear? Do you copy? Okay, so basically TJ, the amazing atheist, is just asking, why do you claim to speak for LGBT people, women, and ethnic minorities? I'm not going to do that voice. And yet when LGBT people, women, and ethnic minorities disagree with you, you harass them. Now, I'll admit, yeah, I have tried speaking on behalf of... I've been trying to speak on behalf of women in the past, but here's the thing. I don't want them to be viewed as one of those minority groups. I want them to be viewed as separate from LGBT people and ethnic minorities. I don't want them to be viewed as a minority. And I kind of assumed... that's the difference between myself and the other people who do this. Okay, next question.
Do you realize
that your war on
language through political
political correctness
has made you bedfellows?
Okay, so this guy who I'm not really familiar with, Undoomed,
with true rape culture. In other words, Islam, the world's most misogynistic ideology.
Yeah, he's... Okay, so this Undoomed guy, who I've never really watched, is bringing up a point about... your war on language through political correctness has made you bedfellows with true rape culture. Islam, the most misogynistic religion. That is a solid point right there. I just do not get why feminists are defending Islam. I remember I used to be a radical man-hating feminazi because of Islam and because it's the most misogynistic religion on the planet. I used to think that when men were left to their own devices, they just oppress women and the only reason they don't do it in the Western world is because there's laws against... that's actually what I used to think, that the only thing stopping men from doing it in the Western world is... But it's actually kind of the opposite, because Islam... It's in those Muslim countries, guys are brainwashed to treat their women like crap. Also, about the whole political correctness thing, that's kind of where I disagree with Undoomed. If these people are defending the most misogynistic religion, wouldn't that make them politically incorrect because they're being offensive and discriminatory? It just makes no sense.
Do you want women to be equal, or do you want women to be a protected class?
Yeah. So, Ahmed Skeptic here is asking, do you want women to be equal, or do you want them to be a protected class? The former, definitely the former, because if you're a woman, then being a woman is just normal. Normal. And that goes back to my point about TJ's question, where I don't view women as a minority, quote unquote. Yeah, sure, Martin, I'll fan you back. Although, from what I've read, apparently both sexes count as protected classes, quote unquote. So, I don't really... I don't get it either, Skeptic.
You can't have both. If you expect society to treat women as equal with men, why don't women have to take responsibility for their own safety?
Oh, he's asking... Society wants women to be treated... Yeah, this is still Skeptic's question, by the way. He says... hang on, let me just link you the video so you know I'm not taking this stuff out of context.
Why do you claim to speak for LGBT?
Okay, so basically Skeptic is asking, you know, if society expects women to be treated as equals, why don't they have to take responsibility for their own safety? I thought, yeah, that's another thing I don't get about feminists. They don't want women to be able to defend themselves from rapists. But I thought feminists were obsessed with strong, independent women. Like, this is why a lot of people just don't like feminism now, because feminists just have no sense of logic. They have no consistency in their arguments. Like, probably the most infamous example is with the whole Ghostbusters reboot. I'm actually planning to make a YouTube video on the people defending the movie. But that's not going to come out till much later. But it's like, they said that Ms. Pac-Man is sexist because they recycle a male character as a female, and yet with this movie that does the exact same thing, they're calling you a misogynist if you don't like it. Where the hell is the consistency in their logic? And it's the same thing with the whole rape thing. If they're obsessed with strong women, then what's with this whole women shouldn't have to defend themselves because it's victim blaming stuff? It literally makes no sense. So by that logic, the Ghostbusters reboot should also be misogynist because that is also victim blaming. Oh, we shouldn't teach women to defend themselves with ghosts. We should teach ghosts not to raid buildings. Like, yeah, I know ghosts aren't real, but like, they could view that as an allegory because allegories are pretty common in fiction. Or anyway, let's move on to the next question.
Ability for their own safety.
What are you afraid will happen when you leave your safe space?
Okay, so this bald guy, Anthony, I believe his name is, like, he has the sheep tattoo on his shoulder. He asks, what are you afraid will happen when you leave your safe space? Good question. I should probably ask an SJW about that.
How can you possibly justify the idea that...
How can you
that it's somehow racist?
Okay, so TJ is asking, how can you possibly justify the idea that it's somehow racist?
To disagree with Black Lives Matter.
To disagree with Black Lives Matter.
And yet it's not racist when
a
black person tweets something.
When a black person tweets something
like, kill all white people.
Kill all white people. Yeah, that's a very good point, because yeah, it's contradictory as all hell, really. Like, I don't really get too fussed about I'm not really too familiar with the whole racial issues and stuff, but so I'm not really gonna is moving on.
Here's a question. Are you aware that the present is not the past?
Okay, so this guy with the kangaroo avatar is asking, are you aware that the present is not the past?
I'm not kidding.
I'm not kidding.
Are you familiar with the concepts of...
Are you familiar with the... What is he saying?
With the concepts of...
With the concept...
Of linear time.
Of linear time.
Because you seem incredibly comfortable...
Because you seem incredibly comfortable...
Traveling back through time to talk about how bad...
Traveling back through time to talk about...
Things were for women.
How bad things were for
women. Or black people, or whoever.
Black people, or whoever.
And then by using some form of SJW magic...
And then using some form of SJW magic...
You then claim or imply that...
Okay, this is just getting confusing because I don't even know if you're hearing me, and the people on YouTube will obviously be hearing me, so yeah, this isn't really going well for a first live stream now, is it? Okay, so I don't even know what else to say, really. Questions white men have for SJWs. Oh my god, there's another one. Oh boy, I can't wait to eat this shit up. I was wondering if they'd ever make another video like that. No one on the guest list. What's this? Can't do that while you're broadcasting. Okay, you know, I'm just going to call it here. Oh, what's this? Oh, you know, I'm just going to call it here. I'm just going to call it quits here because I really got nothing to say. Like, I was going to go into a whole discussion about the commentaries that I've got planned coming up, but like, who even are you people? I mean, you there's a slight chance you might be fans of my YouTube channel, ARC the Clarinet Master, but I don't know if, like, you are, and yeah, I could just ask, but, like, you don't seem to be replying. Like, I was hoping to have discussions with people in the CC about the upcoming commentaries that I'm doing, that I have planned, but since none of them appear to be here, yeah, I'm just gonna check if Ski Hound is online. Nope. Whatever, I'm just gonna call it quits here. So feel free to join me in the second live stream today. Sam, and peace out.